welcome back. Thank you for joining me today. So I do have another haul for you today. I'm going to apologise in advance for the lighting. I do only have one overhead light in this room because it is quite a small room and it is the evening time when I'm filming this, so no natural light to help me today. I have a bit of a haul that I picked up from a supermarket here in the UK called Asda. Always love their book collection. This is in no particular order, I'm just going to pick them out. They're a bit of a range. They have some really good books at the moment. They have a really good book deal. So I think it's 2 for £9, and really good price on hardbacks as well. So I did pick up some books today. I'm going to pick them in no particular order. So apologies, I've just had to quickly sort out the cat. Had the door shut, she decided she doesn't like it shut. So she's now on top of a little Calyx unit I've got up there. She's happy, hopefully for now, but I may have to go again just to help her down. So because it's the evening, I don't have a cup of tea, but I do have a little cheeky glass of wine. Let's start off with this first book by Bonnie Wood called Kindling. I'll try and bring it a bit closer. Really, really pretty cover. This was, I did read the back of it, but it was mostly a cover by, I will be honest. I was sort of drawn to it. It says, "Sparks will fly even without firewood." And I feel like we're still in winter, we're not quite spring. I mean, this is giving sort of autumnal vibes, but I feel like it's going to be a really cosy read. Oh, it does sound the back actually is set in autumn as well. We have our two characters in this book. We have our male lead, who's a sort of Scottish rugged woodsman, and then we have our city girl to go to the Scottish Highlands for a bit of an escape, and she meets Fraser, and he's a local woodcutter who basically offers to house her when she's left with no accommodation. So it's very gentleman of him, and he says, you know, you can stay in my lumberjack cabin, but I don't want you to distract me. I've got lots to do. I'm a very busy man. As it goes, he finds her quite distracting. He finds her so beautiful that actually she is distracting him from his job, and he finds her quite frustrating as well because she's from the city. She's very different than him. She is looking at him chopping this firewood like, you know, I wouldn't mind a piece of that. So each of them are distracted by the other, and obviously shenanigans and romance ensues. And soon they find themselves head over heels for each other. So just another look at that cover. It is set in the autumn, so I'm quite surprised actually. I don't know when it was released. I'm going to look into that. Because I don't think that they're always the newest releases in Asda. So yes, it says 2024, so I do think this was probably released in the autumn. But I'm excited to read this. I feel like it's something really cosy. I'm going to put the fire on the TV, and yeah, I think it's a really cosy one to read. So that's our first book. I don't know if anyone else cares about font, but I like a good size font. It is just over 370 pages, so yeah, nice size romance book. Next book is The North Wind by Alexandria Warwick. Really pretty book again. So this on the back is described as a bit of a romantic book, a bit of a Beauty and the Beast, Hades and Persephone sort of romance. So there's our character Wren, who is basically left being responsible for her younger sister after her parents die. We live in a place called Edgewood. It's really harsh conditions, really difficult to survive there, really harsh climate. And even though this area is really harsh, they are basically surrounded by a magical border. And beyond that is the Deadlands, which is really dangerous, and the townsfolk don't really want to go in the Deadlands because obviously the name like the Deadlands, there's nothing good awaiting you there. Only one thing can break the curse of this endless winter, and that's if this immortal being whose heart is supposed to be, you know, frozen as ice, basically marries a mortal woman. You marry a mortal woman and this will help break the curse. And this immortal being has his sights set on Wren's sister, but obviously she feels it's her duty to protect her sister, and she's like, it's not going to happen, and I'm gonna guess probably steps in to sort of take her place, and she's gonna fight this immortal being called the North Wind. So yeah, interesting premise. Yeah, it's got decent size font. You can see there. It's just shy of 450 pages, so yeah, nice size length. I think it is probably going to be a one-off fantasy. I've not read any Beauty and the Beast retelling before. I have done a Hades and Persephone with a touch of darkness, but that was a bit too... But that was very spicy. I feel like there wasn't much plot in there for me, but hopefully I will enjoy this a lot more. So yeah, excited to get my teeth into this one. So the next book I think did scare my husband a little bit, and then I looked at the title, and it's The Best Way to Bury Your Husband by Alexis Casale. And this says, 4 new friends, 4 dead bodies, 1 big problem. Follow our character Sally, and she has murdered her husband. And she's not sure how to best sort of cover it up. I do like on the back that it says, maybe if I do enough weird stuff in the run-up, no one will suspect a thing when I move the body disposal phase of my life as a secret widow. So she basically runs into 4 strangers. They've each got a body to bury, and they're sort of going to help each other out of this sticky mess that they found themselves in. I do think this is going to be quite an amusing book. A lot of the quotes on the front actually do say sort of funny, very entertaining book. Yeah, so I'm up for a little bit of a laugh. I'm going to make this a bit of a mood read maybe when I need a bit of a giggle. So I'm hoping it'll be a bit of an amusing one. Really nice size font. You can see there. Again, sound like a broken record. I don't really know if anyone else cares, but I do, so I'd like to share it. It's just over 300, I think it's about 340 pages, so not a bad size for a book at all. But yeah, I'm just hoping it'll be something funny and amusing. So I'm curious to know the best way to bury your husband. This video is choppy. Evenings are a lot busier. My husband's home, I've got cats, I've got dinner, and yeah, it gets very busy. So we will continue. The next book is, I'm not even going to sugarcoat it, it's a peer pressure book. And it's Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. So you might remember that in the last haul I said, oh, I don't always feel the need to buy them if they're like standalones in the same universe. So my friend has gone on at me and said, you know, if you've got Wildfire and Daydream, you need Icebreaker. So I've given in. I've bought Icebreaker. So I have read Wildfire, which is the second in the series. So this is an ice hockey romance. Spoiler alert, cover your ears. I have read Wildfire, so I do know that they end up together. Okay, be safe. I mean, not really much of a spoiler because it is a romance book. So this follows Anastasia, who is our ice skater, and Nate, who is our ice hockey champion. And she basically ends up losing out a partner because of injury, and Nate swoops in unwillingly to help her out, and obviously romance ensues. So like I said, I have read the second in the series, so I do kind of have some knowledge of what goes on in this plot. But yeah, sure, it'd be a nice book. I quite enjoyed Hannah Grace's writing. It's got a little bit of spice, but not too much. So yeah, hopefully I enjoy this. And I really like the cover art. It's simple but quite effective. My camera's not wanting to comply today because it is later on. So yeah, it's a good size font. So something I liked as well about the other one that I've read in this series, Wildfire, is its dual POV, so this will switch between the 2 main characters, and I just feel like it helps keep the book a bit more fresh. It's about 430 pages, so a bit of a longer romance. But yeah, at least my friend can stop hassling me now because I will have all 3 in the series. The next one is part of the series. I've read the first one in the series. I've not read the second one, but I enjoyed it. I feel like I'm going to want to continue the series. It's nice light reading. So I did get this. It's part of the Good Girls Guide to Murder series, and this one is As Good as Dead by Holly Jackson. So interesting duct tape on that. I am not going to read the synopsis of this one because I've not read the second one yet. I don't want to spoil things for myself. So I will sort of show you if it wants to. So I'll show you. Hopefully you can read that. I can't really see it, but hopefully you can. If you want to, you can pause and read it. But yeah, I don't want to spoil it for myself because I've not read the second one. So this has, yeah, a decent size font size. And I believe it has some mixed media. I think it has some images and things like that in there. And it has, I don't actually know what this is called, so I need to find out what it's called. It's not sprayed edge, is it? But it's just sort of like a little bit of a pattern on the chapters in the top corner, and I do quite like that, so you can just sort of see it from the top of the book there. The longest in the series, I believe, at 560 pages. I did the first one. I really hope I like the second one and I enjoy this, but I've got it for when I'm ready for it then. The next book that we have is also Holly Jackson, and it is 5 Survive. So I've seen this in quite a few places actually. I have heard quite a bit about this on BookTube. Some people have loved it, some people have found it okay, but I am intrigued. This is 8 hours, 6 friends, 1 sniper. In this book, 6 friends have gone on a road trip together. Their RV seemingly breaks down, but they're actually getting more suspicious of whether it's an accident or whether it's on purpose. And there is a sniper ready to get them. They have 8 hours till dawn. It's pitch black. They don't know who is out there. They can't see where this person is. So they've got to basically wait it out until hopefully someone will find them in the morning and try and come to their rescue. It says lots of secrets emerge because the sniper wants to kill one of them. They're not sure which one of them, and there's lots of secrets that come out amongst this group of friends. So it says on the back, a nail-biting thrill ride. You can't see me, but I can see you. If you try to run, I will shoot. It is about 340 pages long. And just in there, it does have some mixed media, so I don't want to spoil it. Ooh, so the chapters sort of start with the times as well, which is quite interesting. And it does have in there some interviews with bits redacted. So yeah, interesting. Really good size font size again. I think Holly Jackson usually has quite good font size. I'm so excited to give this a read. So I've got a lot of Holly Jackson. I've been on the TBR. The final book is a hardback book. So I did say the other ones were all 2 for £9, and I think this one was £8, £8 or £9. But yeah, not bad at all. A lot of the supermarkets in the UK have like a club card, like loyalty card thing. So I think that this was meant to be £9. It was £8 if you did the club card. I think they might have been 2 for £9.50 if you did the rewards card. You got them for £9. I'm not supermarket loyal. I have reward cards for every supermarket, so I did use my rewards card to get it a bit cheaper. It doesn't have the most exciting cover, but there we go. So the final book that we have is Sweat by Emma Healy, and this basically follows a very toxic relationship between Liam and Cassie, and Liam is obsessed with Cassie working out, going to the gym. He wants her to be an example of physical perfection, and he wants to control every aspect of her life. Suddenly he pushes her too far, and she basically flees their flat, and she doesn't want anything to do with him. 2 years later, Cassie bumps into Liam, and she's sort of feeling stronger now. She's like, you know what, now I've got the power, now it's your turn to sweat. I want some revenge. It does say on the back, which I feel like I was interested in it, and then I read the reviews and I was like, oh, okay, you've got me a bit here. So it says that it will have you glued for every twist and turn. I do like it when a book keeps me guessing. And it says it's got a brilliant end. It's really pacey, and it says it keeps you guessing to the last page. So yeah, I'm hoping that the reviews on this are accurate, because they are not always. And it sounds quite, yeah, intriguing. I'm intrigued. Want to know what revenge she gets on him. So that is my book haul today from Asda. These are the books we've had today. Thank you for joining me. I hope you have a fantastic day, and yeah, hopefully see you again soon. Bye.